Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. I'm incredibly influential.
And I'm highly successful.
Today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, and this is a very special episode. Do you know why that is, Maxwell?
Why is that?
Because this is our 50th episode. Big 50. Can you believe it? Can you believe
Wow.
that?
We keep
It's
keep
crazy.
celebrating stuff. Last week it was a year. Now it's episode 50.
Oh no, it's not a year. It's not a year yet. The 1 year anniversary of the first episode is April 26th.
Oh, I see.
So, not this episode, but the next episode will be. Or no, wait.
No.
No, because this episode's going out on the 11th. Then the next one's going out on the 18th. And the one after that is going up on the 25th. Okay, so episode 52. I calculated this before, and I think I'm still correct. Episode 52 will be the 1 year.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
I'm glad you figured it out again.
I know, right? You know, hey.
Since you did it so well the first time.
Shut up. How about that? Shut the fuck up. I think it's over. Like it's never been more over than it is right now. But also
at episode 50.
No. Just in general, not the podcast, just everything in general. I think it's never been more over than it is right now. But also, we're so back. We are so fucking back right now. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
And we're back.
We're so back. We are so fucking back right now. Do you understand how back we are right now?
No. I guess I don't.
But also it's like so over. It is so over.
I don't understand being back or everything being over.
It's I don't know how you don't understand it. Have you never been in the there's a little bit of over in being back, and there's a little bit of back in it being over.
You've lost me.
It's yin and yang. I just sent you a visual image of what I mean, so you can understand what I mean. But it's like yin and yang, and there's a little bit of yin in the yang, and there's a little bit of yang in the yin. And
it's literally just a yin yang picture with the phrases "We're so back," and it's so over.
Yeah, because those are the two states of being. It's either we're so fucking back, or it is completely over. Do you understand?
So I guess from this, we are both at the same time right now.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
we exist in a quantum superposition of back and over at the same time.
What a time to be alive.
For real. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, honestly.
I know. You totally based the next moment here on this one picture that you sent me.
No, it's more than just that.
Was not inspired.
It's more than just that. It's
It's so over.
I mean, I don't know. I think we're back right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're back. It fluctuates. Here in about like 2 minutes, we could be like completely over. But like,
yes,
2 minutes after that, we're back. It's crazy. We're so fucking back, but also it's so over. It's never been more over than it is right now.
I'll say.
Like. Yeah, never been more over.
This bit, it's so over.
Shut up! You're a whore. I don't love you. That's a lie. I love you, BB.
Uh-huh.
I love you. We had a pretty banger episode last week. Not in the number of like listeners. Well, it might be. It might be pretty good.
What is it?
We made hella money.
Okay.
Hella money. What was it? Episode 49. 15 downloads in one day, baby.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. That's insane.
We thank you for listening to yourselves.
Good job, fellas.
Pat yourselves on the back. I'll pat myself on the back.
Yeah. It's the first Star Wars episode, you know, it just hit 15, but the one that came out yesterday on April 4th, 2023 already has 15. Can you believe it?
It's awesome.
Yeah. I think maybe they don't want to hear about Star Wars as often.
That's totally fine.
You know, yeah, maybe we don't make. See, all right. So here's the problem, right? I can never tell what because like these episodes, like we talk so much, in them. You know, it's like an hour and like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we do a lot of talking on here.
Yeah, and there's so many different topics. It's hard to tell, like which topics resonate with the viewers and which ones don't, or listeners, I guess. So it is like impossible to predict, like for me at least, to predict which episodes will do really well and which ones won't. But we're so back right now. This bit is so back. We are so back right now.
Mm-hmm. Now we are so back.
We really are. It's incredible.
So back.
We are the most back that it's ever been, like in all of history. But what I was trying to say was we made the most money on one episode last week because we had 3 ads. By the way, if you guys have any businesses you want us to advertise, we are absolute sellouts. Hit us up. We'll advertise for you.
We'll read what you give us, and we'll sell it too.
We like money. That was Mr. Krabs.
Thank you,
Clancy Brown. Speaking of which, Clancy Brown, since you're listening to this, I know you are. We'd love to interview you. We'd love to have you on as a guest. You know, just we'd love to have you. So just give us a call. You know, our socials. We plug them at the end of the episode. You know, just hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at IIHS Podcast. Yeah, just hit us up and we'll work at a time, man. We'd love to have you, Clancy Brown.
Thank you.
We'd love you.
One person.
Yeah. You know who Clancy Brown is, right?
I do. You just publicly.
Fucking Savage Opress, Mr. Krabs, the guard from Shawshank.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. How cringe would it be if I said, "Oh, hey, look, it's Clancy Brown. I loved you in Star Wars: The Clone Wars."
Well, he did work on that.
I feel like that might be a little bit. He did, yeah, but it's like, how do you think he would feel if he was like, "Oh, so that's what I'm best known for. Cool, thanks."
Well,
awesome.
He's had smaller roles.
True. That is true. I think it would be less cringe than if I said, "Oh, I loved you in Detroit Become Human." I feel like that would be way more cringe.
I don't know.
That sucked.
Maybe he didn't suck.
He didn't suck, but the thing sucked. It's David Cage. David Cage sucks.
Well, yeah. All right then.
It's not good. Yeah.
Anyway, enough about Clancy Brown, the person who is totally listening to our podcast right now.
I don't know. I feel like maybe he deserves more, you know, like more of us talking about him. I think maybe he feels underappreciated, and we just want to say, Clancy, we love you, and you're the best.
Kale, do you need this? Yeah. Do you need this talk? Are you? Do you need people to tell you they love you? Do you need the support?
I wouldn't kick that out of bed on a cold night is all I'll say. I would not refuse that. No.
All right then. Well, until you are becoming, we will pay our dividends out to Clancy Brown instead.
I mean,
love you,
I
Clancy.
think he does deserve it. He does deserve it. Man has had an incredible body of work. We love you, Clancy. Clancy, what's your bacon number? I think it's 1, right?
Oh boy.
It's because it's like, I could actually just look this up. I think they have a website for it. Clancy Brown bacon number. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just 1. Do you know how the bacon number works?
Nuh-uh.
So the way the bacon number works is
how does the bacon number work?
So if you have worked with Kevin Bacon on a project, your bacon number is 1. If you have worked with someone who has worked with Kevin Bacon on a project, your bacon number is 2. If you are Kevin Bacon, your bacon number is 0. Yes. We did an entire episode about this. My old co-host thought it was absolutely riveting.
I am familiar with the degrees of separation.
Yeah. But if it goes by like people who have like met Kevin Bacon, then my Kevin Bacon number is like 4. And I like to point that out.
You like to point that out?
Yes, I'm 4 degrees of bacon away from Kevin Bacon. And it's incredible.
Yes, I have not.
Yeah.
I've not.
Go listen. No, go ahead.
My degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, I think it's like probably also 3. I just can't think of who.
So you know someone who knows someone who knows Kevin Bacon?
Probably. I don't see why that could be so hard.
So I know my mom who knows the lady who grew up across the street from her, who married a soap opera actor who knows Kevin Bacon.
Well, there you go.
And that's mine. All right, so I just want to say, go listen to episode 41 from back in February if you want to get into the mathematical implications of the Kevin Bacon number.
Autopsy of the... Did you find out what your friend's Kevin Bacon number was?
Which friend?
The old co-host.
Oh, he had no idea.
He has no connections to Kevin Bacon?
I don't think he does, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. He will just go... He's got more of his life to live to find that.
Yeah.
To get
hopefully he can get it down to 1.
Yeah. You want him to meet Kevin Bacon?
I mean, doesn't everyone want to meet? Oh, so Clancy Brown has a bacon number of 2. I found it. Ta-da! I found it. Clancy, we found your bacon number. It's okay. We did it. It's okay. It's all good, brother.
Rest easy.
We got you. Rest easy. You can sleep soundly tonight knowing that your bacon number is 2. But there's always room to improve. There's always room to improve.
Yeah.
So,
well, his number is better than yours.
It is. So I'm gonna have to work on that as well. All right. So what if you are named Kevin Bacon, but you're not Kevin Bacon, but you meet Kevin Bacon, or you are in a film with Kevin Bacon?
Well, then you've hit the first degree.
You've hit the first degree, but you are Kevin Bacon. You're just not that Kevin Bacon. Does that mean that you are, you exist in a quantum flux between 0 and 1? And I think that's... We already went over this. I already went over this. We can't relapse into the Bacon number
you
bit.
really went this deep into the Bacon talk?
We did. We really did, because there's like a similar concept for like this like one mathematician, and there's like a combined Bacon number, and I like did the math on like the lowest Bacon, whatever that guy's name was, number. And yeah, it was really interesting, I thought, but apparently it was a pretty bad bit.
Yeah. I mean, it really is something.
Yeah, the best bit we've ever had.
The
funniest thing ever.
As you say.
Episode 41. Go listen to it. It's great. But also listen to this one, because it's great.
Yeah, listen.
Listen to every single episode. You have time. You have fucking time. It's only 50 episodes. You have time. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. What are you, a bitch?
I do not have time to catch up on the first 50.
Well, you better make time, brother. You better make time, brother.
Yeah.
Because I was there for all of them.
You were.
I was.
But
I was. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I don't know. I almost might.
We missed one episode. 1 week we missed one episode. And that was it.
Well, that's huge.
I'm looking at our analytics. I gotta make sure. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. We may have like a DEFCON 5 level. Change the fucking subject. We have a DEFCON 5 level emergency.
Is it it's all over?
Or is it DEFCON 1?
Are we back to
or is it
all
DEFCON?
over?
It is. Is DEFCON 1 worse than DEFCON 5? I think it's the lower number. All right, so it's DEFCON 1. It is so fucking over right now. Do you know why? Because someone in the town where my dad lives, pretty close to his house, listened to this podcast. Listen to at least one episode of this podcast.
Great.
And it's no, it's over. It is so over. Well, we do not want my dad listening to this podcast.
What if your dad found out you did a podcast?
Oh, he knows I do. I just don't want him to look it up. We don't have that kind of relationship yet. It's complicated.
No.
It's weird.
Well, you're putting this on public listing.
I know I am.
Anyone can listen to this. You just should be aware of that.
Do not remind me. It's just really weird when my dad listens to it, you know? Like, we just don't have that kind of relationship. And it's not his fault. It's not my fault. It's just not the kind of relationship we have. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, champ, honestly.
Hey,
you know?
If you're listening to this podcast, what's up?
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
It's so... It's so weird to me. But, like, you know... We've had listeners on literally 6 continents in so many countries I've lost count. Still not Antarctica yet, by the way.
Yeah, God forbid your dad found out from the people in another continent half.
You know, we can't avoid it, honestly, at this point. But yeah, I guess we're it's been a year. He's bound to listen to it at some point.
Yes. Can you imagine how rough it might have been for him to go to his friend and be like, hey, I want you to look up this video, but I can't have him tracing it back to me because I know he traces where people download these every week. Because I
don't think it's 100% accurate. I don't think it's 100% accurate because I've gotten a lot of downloads from the middle of a reservoir, and I know that that's not correct. So... It probably is like
maybe
actually
they were
him.
Maybe they were on a plane. Maybe they flew over the reservoir and they got a blip. And
no, this is like multiple downloads from the same exact point. This is like the most total downloads from one exact spot, which makes me think it's not that.
What if the fish are listening to us? You think the fish are listening?
You know what? If they are, glub glub, right? Like,
Yeah, our first communication.
I mean, I would be honored to be first contact with the fish people. I think we would do pretty well as first contact with the fucking fish people. I think yeah, absolutely. Who would you want instead of us is the real question.
We'll give you time to answer that.
We will. You got in theory you've got all the time in the world to listen to go ahead and answer that,
Unless
buddy.
you don't even have to answer us. You could just like do it. You could just listen to something else. Then come
No,
back.
don't.
Then come back. Tell us
Yeah,
who you
don't.
listen to. Don't
Yeah,
forget to
don't
do that.
tell them. Do not tell them to go listen to somebody else. No, you are only allowed to listen to us. This is all right. Would you support a constitutional amendment that bans all podcasts except ours? I would.
I still don't think we'd be the most listened to podcast.
Shut up! Shut up! I want to dethrone Ro Jogan. I want to dethrone him.
Okay, maybe that would be worth it. Maybe just that alone.
Well, he's number one, so if we're gonna dethrone him, then we have to be the most listened to podcast in the world.
Yeah.
We have to destroy Ro Jogan.
Well, we could just make his podcast illegal.
We could. I'm not above that. I'm not above doing that. I would do that.
That was your idea.
It is, and I'm reaffirming my commitment to censoring the competition. Absolutely, and that's why you should vote for me for president. That's the that's what you're getting. Yeah. Anywho, I have a question for you.
Oh,
because this came up this week. And I need to ask your question, not just to you, but to you, the audience. You specifically. You. That's right. You. Yeah. You. I'm looking at you right now. You're very handsome. Your outfit, mwah, fantastic, on fleek, love it. Have you ever heard the phrase "Bob's your uncle" before?
No.
So like
somebody is your uncle?
No, Bob specifically.
Bob is your uncle.
It's so like if you're doing something, like you're like somebody asks you like, "Oh, hey, can you show me how to do this?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, sure." So you do it and you're like, "All right, there you go. Bob's your uncle." It's like it's done. There it is. There you have it.
I've not heard that before.
Okay, that is so weird. That is so fucking weird, right? Because neither one of my parents have heard it. Neither one of my moms have heard it. My dad has heard it. I've heard it. Dad says it's a Southern thing, and he never heard it in the Midwest. You've never heard it, and you're from New York. Apparently, it's a British thing, so I wouldn't be surprised if it came over to the South. I don't know. That's just so weird to me, right? Because I use it like all the time, and I said it to my mom. She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Bob's your uncle." This thing that I've like always said. And yeah, no, it's so weird.
Yeah,
so weird.
It sounds more like a you thing to say.
I need
like something
comprehensive map. I need a comprehensive map of where all our listeners are, and also if they've heard "Bob's Your Uncle."
Well, I want to. Oh, they might have heard it.
I want to. Well, now they've heard it, but I need a detailed map of like where everything is, because I think that would be fucking fascinating to me. That would be absolutely fucking fascinating to me. Yeah. Anywho.
Awesome. Well, now we know.
So
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. He is. Robert is your uncle.
By your word.
Yeah. So speaking of robots, because that's what we were talking about. How do you feel about ChatGPT?
I mean, it's really annoying to have that exist, and me thinking about all the schoolwork I gotta do, and this fucking machine that could just do it all. I mean, has has everyone caught up to how to catch it? I feel like
I don't think they.
it's
I think the
it's so hard to
technology
track.
of. I think the technology of the language models is going to vastly outpace the technology of catching them,
Yeah.
unless we put on like an actual database of everything the AI language model fucking said. Um, but like, yeah, I, so I've been chatting with it the past few weeks. You know, I was just like, it could be interesting, and it's there. It's helpful to ask it like it's like what the way I use it more as like a more detailed Google search, because like you can ask it certain things and it's usually right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it'll like even contradict itself, but usually it's mostly correct. And it just it and it's a little bit more useful than like a Google search, and I think that's really interesting.
Oh, that is
But
interesting. That's an interesting
but
take.
um, what do you think about
I think you can ask it
um?
different questions than Google and get better answers, but
Yeah,
not
that's the way I use it.
okay.
Because like with Google search, you've got to like get your wording really correct. You've got to do that. But like and it's like keyword based, right? But like ChatGPT is like it's a question. It understands the question you're asking like 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to be as like structured or like keyword based, and it's like there's like certain things that I've like tried to Google. The examples are like gone in my mind right now, but like there are certain things that I've like tried to Google that I didn't get a straight answer with, but with ChatGPT I did, and it's just really fascinating. It's very
Interesting.
useful. But the question I wanna hear your perspective on. Um, what do you think about like as a content creator? Which is what we are as
Yes.
professional content creators.
We are creating
uh,
content right now.
for money.
Yes.
What do you think about like is it plagiarism to have an AI trained on like certain content making like content based on that? Do you think that is plagiarism, or do you think that is like what's your
Well,
opinion on that? Cuz for my money, I think that if you're training the AI based on other content, like things that it has seen before, I think it is. I don't know. I think it's a little bit hard to describe. I think we'll go to the ad break and we'll sort of crystallize our thoughts. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for staying tuned through the ad break. I I think I've sort of got an opinion on it. Do you sort of have your opinion ready to
I
go?
I sort of have an opinion.
Okay. So what I think that so like if you have like a predictive language model, right? Or like a predictive art model, and you feed it all of the art of like or if it's got like a database, or like if you feed it like the work of a specific artist and
Yes.
you want it to make something in that style, I don't think that that's plagiarism. I think that that's garden variety taking inspiration from another person, which is what like all art does. Every single artist has been derivative of another work in some way, because for longer than humans have been around, there's been art. So everyone has seen some kind of art in some way or another. So I don't think that that is like plagiarism, because the AI is just inspired to create the work of art by someone else. Did the person who told the AI to do it create anything? No, the AI did it. But the AI didn't do anything that humans don't already do. And you don't need to credit, like, if you make a splatter painting in the style of Jackson Pollock, you don't need to credit Jackson Pollock for inspiring you to do it, right? And I
Well,
think that's sort of my opinion.
you do need to credit the software you use, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying like the AI wouldn't need to accredit the person.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
AI is just a machine.
exactly. So while you didn't do it because the AI did the creation, you're not plagiarizing, and the AI isn't plagiarizing. It's drawing inspiration from. You know, like that's it's sort of like
You
how.
really
Do
have
you
this really
remember?
you have this really well thought out. Did you have to use it on a college professor or something?
No, actually, I haven't had to write an essay in a long time. I'm not looking forward to it because I probably will have to do it again, and I don't like that. But I haven't had to write an essay since before ChatGPT really hit the mainstream. So I I haven't had like any personal experience with this firsthand. I seeing a lot of artists having that kind of pushback against AI is absolutely methinks thou doth protest too much, because it's not the it, they're it's not that they actually think that uh AI is like actually plagiarizing them. If they do think that, that's stupid and they're wrong. What they're actually doing, and what they're trying to deflect the point of, is they're worried about being replaced and being um, automated. You know, like their career being automated. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing that every other person whose job is getting automated is gonna have. And I think, well, you can go ahead and give me your opinion on that, but that actually ties into something else I wanted to talk about.
On ChatGPT and plagiarism,
Yeah.
or
So like if you use ChatGPT, or no, say you use like a painting AI software, you plugged in a few pieces of art and you told it to come up with something original. Is that plagiarism, yes or no?
I think my understanding is it's not, on the condition that you post or you name the site and the artist you took inspiration from publicly. But
See,
that's
I
you
don't
don't
even
think
think you
you
need to
even
do
need
that.
that. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I
that's
don't think
my
you even need to
opinion.
do that. I think it ties into like um there's been a lot of like lawsuits in the past few years. Um I say in the past few years. It's been 10 since the first real big example of this that I can think of happened, and that makes me feel really old. But
Yes.
The one I'm thinking of is the Blurred Lines Marvin Gaye lawsuit. Are you familiar with that?
I think I am.
Yeah. So basically, they accuse like Pharrell and Robin Thicke and whoever else was involved on that song of ripping off Marvin Gaye. I forget which song it is, but they accused him of that, and they won. But the two songs don't really sound that similar.
No.
And it's
But the lawsuit
really
worked.
yeah, and it's really fucking frustrating that they were able to do that, because it really does like ruin, maybe not ruin, but like it really hampers the ability of artists to make like original music, because I don't really think they sampled from that song, honestly. I think it's just lateral thinking, you know? I think they just came to something that might have sounded a little bit similar on their own.
Yeah.
And I don't think they sampled it, and they're making it a lot worse for artists, and I think it's going to be a lot easier for existing musical artists to be like, that song sounds like my song, give me money. And it's a worse thing for the music industry. That being said, Blurred Lines is a fucking terrible song. They should have had to pay money.
They should
but
have.
not
They should have
not
lost the
some.
lawsuit out of spite.
And I think that's why they lost, because Robin Thicke was a terrible fucking defendant, because he's like, I was high the entire time we made that song, and I was banging other chicks than my wife. So he really lost that case there. If it was just like Pharrell, absolutely would have clinched it.
Yeah, Pharrell would have won that lawsuit.
Dude, Pharrell would have like sued them for suing him, and just been like, "Bitch, I'm Pharrell. What the fuck do you what the fuck do you think?"
Yeah.
And he would have won, because Pharrell is a god of music. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because we're both from the 757, but nah, Pharrell is a god. He can do no wrong. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. But I think it's like that. I think it is, artists are stuffy, egotistical assholes and would prefer to make more money and placate their ego rather than actually make art, good for anyone. But really, I think a lot of the time it's the families of the artists who want to do that. It's the people who don't actually have the talent that want to do that. But yeah, anywho, that's sort of my opinion. But the reason I brought that up is I was sort of inspired by the most recent Mandalorian episode. Who'd have thought? Well, yeah, but shut up. Just shut up. Let him cook, okay? Let him fucking cook.
Yeah.
So first of all, what do you think of the episode?
I thought it was pretty weird. I thought it was really weird. It's just like the pacing for the show kind of took a weird shift.
Yeah, as did I.
That was strange. I don't know if I'm like, there's only 3 episodes left, and this is one of them.
Is it 3 or is it 4? Or
I thought there were 8
3 or 2.
Season. I thought there were 8 per season, so this would be this
is episode 6.
So that means there would be 2 episodes left, and this is like fine, I thought the episode before was better.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
It's fine. They do like I feel like maybe it's just I've seen this formula before.
Like the whodunit type.
Yeah, this like crime investigation thing. I don't know.
I thought that was cool. I thought, as far as um crime investigations go, this felt like a fucking thing in the Star Wars RPG. It absolutely felt like an adventure in the Star Wars RPG.
That's
100%.
cool.
I've run a very similar murder mystery to this, right? Well, this wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
murder mystery, but I've done that before. It's similar in tone, and it I liked that. Um, but that being said, there were some sort of character moments that I didn't really enjoy. When we got to the end, right? I did not like that ending. I think Bo-Katan and I feel like Din really just sort of sat there on his fucking with his thumb up his ass.
He was like, "Ooh, they're gonna
Spoilers.
fight."
Yeah,
Ooh.
spoilers. Din Djarin was fucking Mandalore. He has the dark saber. As far as everyone knows, he's Mandalore.
Yeah, I don't know his motivation other than like, I guess to
Yeah,
bring people together. But
his fucking characterization is like non-existent this fucking season. He has no motives anymore. And that's fucking really really stupid and weak. The show's named after fucking him. He should be a more active participant than just fucking standing around. I don't think he had more than 10 lines in this entire episode.
maybe a
And
little more,
maybe, but
but like a
like
little.
this was Bo-Katan's fucking episode, and it shouldn't have been because it's not named the Bo-Katan, it's the Mandalorian, referring to Din Djarin, and he fucking doesn't do anything during the fight. All he has to do is just be like, no, actually, I'm I'm the leader of Mandalore. I have the fucking darksaber right here. Y'all are gonna fucking listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
All he has to do. All he has to do. People have been saying that they've made Din a lot stupider to make Bo-Katan more important, and like I understand. Like they're obviously saying it because they're like, oh, it's a woman. I don't like women. But with this episode, I fucking get it. I fucking get it. Everyone's gonna be bitching about this episode because, you know, they put like Lizzo in it.
And they did
I
put
already said
Lizzo.
there were. I already said there was spoilers. So yeah, Lizzo is in it and Jack Black's in it. So they're gonna be like, oh, it's got fat people. And the fat people. I don't like that.
I mean, I won't lie. I was kind of disappointed when he just gives her the dark saber.
Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like they actually kind of have a point in this episode. Fucking Bo-Katan just sort of gets it with no struggle or anything. It should have been a fight. We should have gotten a fight. All the dramatic tension of Bo-Katan and Din Djarin, like Bo-Katan was about ready to kill Din last time they met, which was on Moff Gideon's cruiser, and it only stopped because the Dark Troopers were coming and Luke Skywalker saved him. But there
Yes.
absolutely was going to be a fight, and we didn't get it. And I think all the drama was leading up to that, and maybe there still will be. There's still, yeah, 2 more episodes, but I don't know. I don't think we're really gonna get that, and I feel like it's not very narratively satisfying to not get that, and I feel like this was a big letdown for me.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
yeah,
sorry to hear that.
do you agree with that?
Well, I don't. I mean, there's still more of the show to go. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I
But
hope Din challenges uh what's her name to it. It needs to happen for the drama to work, and that it's what they've been leading to. It's what they've been leading to, and it's really irritating that they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, now there's like nothing from season 2 that's holding over in this season.
Exactly. It feels really annoying. And when people are like, "Oh, they just want to do this because Bo-Katan's a woman," I don't know if I would go that far, but it genuinely, I see where they're coming from. If someone said to me, it feels like they're making Din Djarin no longer the main character on his own fucking show, I would agree with that. It
Yeah.
genuinely feels like that.
I
But
think he still is, honestly, but
but he
that's
doesn't
just
have
me.
any motives. What are his motivations? What does he want? We don't actually hear what he wants, because he's got because first season it was keep the kids safe. Second season it was get the kid to the fucking Jedi.
Yeah,
But
I
what
mean,
does he have now?
I'm a little. Was him giving up the baby like in character? Maybe it is because he's doing
I
something else.
I think it was. I think him giving the baby to Luke Skywalker.
With Dua Lipa or Lizzo. Whoops.
Oh, you're talking about that. No, I don't think that was in character. I think that's another complaint I've seen. I think people are definitely starting to um harden their hearts to this show. I don't know if it's because the show itself has gotten worse, or if it's because it's just worn out its welcome. But
It's doing some things that are a little confusing.
or it's it very well could be just that. But it definitely feels like it's uh but yeah, that was a complaint that I saw. It was I saw what was it, like an Instagram reel where it was uh talking about oh, it's so important, I gotta protect the baby, and then 5 minutes into every episode he's like,
Here's the
stay here.
baby.
Yeah, here's the baby, stay here. And it's I think they wrote themselves into a fucking corner by insisting on having fucking Baby Yoda with him all the damn time. I think it's
Yeah.
you're
A,
gonna not
a
be
lot
able
of
to
this
do
doesn't seem like it was written for him to be in the story. Other than like the
exactly.
second episode. The second episode I think is pretty heavily reliant.
Yeah, that one, understandable. I get that one. That's one of the episodes where having Grogu around makes sense, you know? And it only makes sense for him to be there when he's using the Force, when he needs to be there to get Mando and whoever else out of a scrape using the Force, right? And when he's not doing that, he's pointless.
Yeah. Well, it is a
But
little.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, you say it.
I was gonna start a whole new topic. I was gonna
That's
talk about
fine. That's
how
fine.
uh
We've talked about a lot of Star Wars on this.
oh no, I was gonna talk about the how the this thing tied into the ChatGPT thing.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that.
Yeah. So one of the themes of this episode was definitely automation and anxiety about that. And I'll give them credit for this, right? It's kind of interesting to see the machines worried about being replaced by humans instead of the other way around.
Yeah, that
And
was kind of subversive.
yeah, it it's basically reverse iRobot, right? Where it's uh uh the human the doctor guy gets murdered, and the robot is like the suspect, and then it turns out all the robots are evil because they were made to be evil by this one robot. But the villain of this episode was obviously Doc Brown, and he's doing it. What the fuck are his motivations? Actually,
he's a political man.
But what is he trying to accomplish?
Well, he's like, I don't. The droids something. I don't know. They didn't let him finish speaking.
I think he doesn't have any fucking motivations.
Maybe he Maybe he didn't like the change of rule in the planet, because the guy kind of married into a democracy. No lie.
Yeah. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what the fuck his motivations were. Like, they had a really interesting thing going on there.
Yeah, I wonder. It would kind of suck if, like, I don't know, that never got touched up on again. Maybe it's just a one-off thing, but it
probably is. But I think it would have been really interesting to really have some complex motivations. But he's fucking, like, incomprehensible. It's like, what does this accomplish? You like the Separatists, right? You like Count Dooku. What the fuck does making the droids malfunction have to do with that? Where's the connecting thread there?
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it.
I mean, I do think you were right that at least the stuff about the robots is pretty cool.
Yeah, the really, really solid themes about automation anxiety. I think that's really, really interesting thing, and I think it's really yeah, I think it's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I did not think about
it. And then they ruined it. But yeah, I liked it. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, I will say that this episode puts a lot of, like, connected things together, like the Ugnaughts and the issue of droids. You have, like, someone who doesn't know how to treat the people right, but this guy does, and then this guy doesn't know how to treat droids right, but she does.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. I didn't make that connection. Where it was, I didn't really see that. Yeah, I think that is kind of interesting. Yeah. Also, still no news on Bo-Katan being Paz Vizsla's mommy, but it's coming up soon. I can feel it. It's coming. I know it is. There's no way it's not. I'm gonna win this bet. We made this bet a few weeks ago, and
yeah, we did,
and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it too.
If it happens in our lifetime, how much did we say? Did you say it was 20 bucks?
$20.
A crisp Andrew Jackson, if they admit that in the next lifetime. All right, does it count if I go to work for Star Wars and I retcon that?
Yeah.
Does that count? I still would win?
No. It would need to be said in the show.
Okay, if I went to work for Star Wars in the show and I made that happen, basically.
Yeah, then you'd win by rule of law.
I feel like that means I know what I have to do. You know?
Go work for Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't know if Jon Favreau would appreciate me telling him that his own character both of his own characters, like being like, yeah, by the way, they're related.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. But it can't be a coincidence that they have the same voice actor. It can't be.
Surely something is happening here.
It has to be. It can't be a coincidence. Star Wars is all about those fucking family relations. It's all about it. And there's no way they're going to pass up that kind of opportunity for that kind of plot twist.
I don't think they're related.
They have same last name, same voice actor. It can't not be related.
Well, we'll wait and see.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I don't even need to do anything because I know it's gonna happen. That's how confident I am. I'm so confident that this is gonna happen.
All right then.
But yeah, I'm very, 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 very confident. But I have a question for you.
Yep.
Would you rather have one house with 39 rats in it that you have to remove, or 39 houses with one rat each?
I guess one house with 39 rats to remove.
Really? Is this like the 1,000 cockroach-sized humans or one human-sized cockroach type deal?
Yeah. Where I would take the one human-sized cockroach.
Yeah.
Cockroach-sized humans also sounds awful.
I mean, how would that make you feel? Just
would,
stepping on a cockroach-sized human.
I would hate that.
Just the crunching.
I would rather just deal with a human-sized cockroach. Really, that's how much I'm unwilling to deal with that.
Yeah. I get that. I don't know. I feel. I don't know. Insects in general just kind of like weird me out, right? Like beekeepers, right? Like, beekeeping.
Yeah, beekeepers.
Yeah. How do you feel about beekeeping?
It's a job. People
Well,
gotta.
how about you beekeeping these nuts in your mouth? Oh my God, he scores! Oh my God, he scores! He shoots, he scores. That's a fucking Allen Iverson dunk right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. I really am the Michael Jordan of basketball. I really am. God, that's incredible. I can't believe you walked right into that. You walked right into that. Incredibly influential is what I am.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you fucking fell for that. I can't believe you fucking fell for that. I really led you on a little journey there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't believe it. Can't believe it. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I really am proud of myself for that. As I should be, because that was incredible. That was the best thing you've ever heard in your life. I know you appreciate that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So is there a point? Do you even remember?
Just would you rather have the 39 houses with one rat in each, or the one house with 39 rats?
All right. Well, I answered your question.
I think owning 39 houses would make up for the fact that I have to kill one rat in each of them. Wouldn't be that hard.
That's just a lot of houses, man. That's a lot of places to go.
It's a lot of money.
Rats are a lot of. They're not like. I don't know.
All you have to do is kill one rat yourself in one house, sell it, and then with the money you get from that house, you can pay to have an exterminator kill the rest. It's not that hard.
Well, if you
Easy.
say so.
That's the strat. You know, that is the strat. As a soon to be homeowner, I think I'm the expert on matters of real estate such as this, and I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. Do you have any? Do you have a big red button question?
I do not.
Well, what the fuck do I pay you for? Son of a bitch. Son of a
No
bitch.
big red button.
No, we're gonna have one. We can't not have one. Oh, I have one.
You do.
So, you have all of the knowledge of the Force that Yoda has, but you are not strong enough to actually use the Force. So you're just a random dude who knows everything.
Who knows a bunch about the Force?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, what did he even know? Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Not this crude matter.
Like, thanks, bro.
Size matters not. Do or do not. There is no try.
This sounds like I would just become a weaker person.
Wars not make one great.
Like,
Found someone.
do I not already have the wisdom of Yoda? I've watched all the movies.
No. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
Would I have to talk like him? I found it pretty funny. I was rewatching the Book of Boba Fett episodes with the Mandalorian, and Luke is trying to teach Baby Yoda, but he's using the word speak of Yoda, so it's backwards. He's talking backwards because it's how Yoda talked to him, and he's like, "Why isn't this working?" He's like, "Dude, you're talking backwards."
I think he thinks that all of Yoda's species talk like that.
I guess
when in reality, fucking Yoda just talked in riddles. Because he's a weird guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weird little green guy. He's a weird little green goblin, little ghoul.
Yes, he is.
He's friends with E.T. I hate that they made that at least canon to E.T.
I mean, I think it's fine.
I don't like Earth existing in Star Wars. I don't want that to happen. I don't want multiverses, time travel, or Earth in Star Wars.
It's just something
they
to
can
consider.
do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want anywhere else, just none of that. That's I would do it, honestly. If I would take the knowledge of just being like, I
want the powers. The powers are pretty cool and not offered in this exchange.
See, that's how I know that you don't deserve the powers of Yoda. You know? It's like a Philosopher's Stone situation where it's like only the person who would want to find it but not use it can find it, you know?
Yeah, well, I think that's fine because I don't know what more the knowledge of Yoda is going to get me, if not more powerful.
Because you could be like a Jedi trainer, but you just wouldn't be able to use the Force yourself, right? You'd just be able to be like,
Then who would I
Yo,
teach?
baby Jedis.
Oh, like they're gonna have powers?
Yes, they're gonna have powers. You don't.
That
This is
sucks.
in the Star Wars
For
universe.
selfish reasons, I would not even teach them.
But why? You could have super powerful apprentices and train them to go do the shit that you wanted.
Nope, not worth it. You can press your
Why?
button. You can press your button. I
It
don't
would
know.
be a net
Do
gain
I need
either
more?
way.
Do I need to explain myself more other than this is what I believe? I've spoken.
Shut up. You're
I've
not an Ugnaught. You
I've
look like an
spoken.
Ugnaught, but you're not. Fuck you. But no, that's a net gain. Do a cost benefit analysis here. 900 years of Force knowledge for no drawback, right? There's no cost to you. It's a
I
net
mean,
gain.
try speaking with a 900-year-old brain. You will think clearly. You will not.
Fuck, shut the up.
I think that was okay.
Uh, suck a dick, you will. A little bitch, you are. Uh,
No, keep going, bro. No, you
bad
got any more?
bad at economics, are you?
Is that really an insult?
Yes.
I think we're reaching.
I don't know how Yoda would say yes.
I think he would just say it. I think he would say yes. You know, he
I feel
talks
like
in normal sentences too.
in normal sentences I do not talk. A
Okay.
crush on Kermit the Frog I have.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Miss Piggy and I, the same voice actor we have.
Oh, you know what I did see that you definitely haven't seen?
What?
Because I went to a midnight screening, the Mario movie. Apparently, there are fans of Mario.
Yeah, why? What? Huh?
There,
Was it good?
no.
No. Okay, I've heard from the two movie reviewers that I watched, they said it was like pretty inoffensive. What's really funny is one of them gave it the same rating that he did the Dungeons and Dragons movie, which I saw, and I thought that was actually pretty good.
That's kind of crazy. Because, like, I can only imagine the Dungeons and Dragons movie being better than this movie. Because
Well,
this
all right, so
movie.
he doesn't give out like number rating. Do you watch Jeremy Johns?
Nope.
Okay, so he has um like
This movie
different
was not good,
ratings,
though. This
but they're
movie
not.
this movie didn't really do anything. Like, nothing really developed out of its own story. Nothing
So
changed
it's
in the
just
characters.
so it's boring and
Yeah,
forgettable.
yeah. It was just disappointing. Like, I mean, you have such a star-studded cast, and you can, like, kind of walk out of it and go, what did that do for the movie? And it was basically nothing. Bowser is pretty good. I will say Bowser is probably the best part of the movie,
Yeah,
but
I think Jack Black just kind of is amazing. He was. Would you
like
say he was
even
the best part of
the
this episode?
the sound in this, yeah, he's also in Star Wars. He's eaten up this week, but
Yeah, Red Letter Week for him.
he I don't know. It's just I don't know what this movie didn't do anything. like also the sound was weird in this movie. Like I don't I don't know who did the sound mixing in this movie, but it felt lazy. um, Also, this movie has a very heavy reliance on popular music, and
Wait,
it's
they put like real songs
kind of jarring.
in
Yeah,
Mario?
yeah, they did
Ew.
several
What?
times, and
I
they
know the DK rap was in it and they didn't credit the guy who wrote it.
yeah they did not.
That's
They
yeah.
they used like Take on Me. They used No
What?
Sleep Till Brooklyn. They
What?
used Mr. Blue Sky. They
Oh
used
no, they didn't ruin Mr. Blue Sky, did they?
they
Fuck,
used
man.
they used like well they just used as like generic it's just like I don't know why. It's really jarring. Like it just kind of takes you out of the movie. Like it's not that kind of movie, I don't think. But
Do you think it's gonna make enough money for them to make um Zelda, Star Fox, other Nintendo property
I think
movies?
they're gonna make more. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Was it as bad as the movie from the 90s?
I think that movie was still pretty amusing. More
So
amusing.
this is like bland bad instead of like funny bad.
Uh, yeah, it's not like I think Jack Black has the funniest bits, and then like the rest of the movie is not about him, and it's okay, but
Yeah.
yeah, it really could have been a lot more. I really want to see the D&D movie now, just to get that
Go.
out of my
Go see
palate.
it. Go see it. Go see John Wick 4 and Creed 3 too, you know? They're both pretty good.
Chris Pratt is a magic card. Or Chris
Chris
Pine. Chris Pine is
Chris
a
Pine.
magic card. Chris Pratt is who I watched. You know, I will
Yes.
take Chris Pine as a magic card over Chris Pratt.
As
Not that I have a
as
choice.
as
The
two
decision is
characters,
made.
as the two actors with Chris and P in their names, Chris Pine is definitely better. I yeah, definitely go and watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie. That goes to all of you as well, because that was of the movies of the 4 movies I've seen in the last month. That was, I don't know, better than Shazam. All yeah, Shazam 2 was the worst one, and everything else I saw was better. So go see Dungeons and Dragons and John Wick and Creed 3. But everyone's already seen John Wick. Everybody's fucking already seen it.
If they wanted
But
to, yeah.
well, go even if you don't want to. Um, yeah, go fuck yourself. Do
I
it.
don't want to.
Go.
Probably not going to. I had a
Have you
friend.
seen the first 3?
No, I've seen the third one.
Go watch the first 2 and then go see John Wick 4. It's so good. I don't
I
how
I don't know. Do you feel rewarded for watching the third movie after watching the fourth and realizing, oh, the thing that he was dealing with as a problem for the entirety of the third movie is just going to be solved because he
I
gets a
started
thing and goes to a place and does a thing to somebody, and that just absolves him of like his dilemma entirely.
um I don't know if that happens in John Wick 4, Maxwell. I don't know if that happens.
Okay.
It definitely doesn't solve what happened in John Wick 3. I would go and see it because I think you've got some misconceptions about it. Because, yeah, no, just I don't want to spoil anything more, but definitely go and see it.
Okay.
But I started with John Wick 2, then I saw John Wick 3, then I went back and watched John Wick 1, and then a few years later I saw John Wick 4, and I'm starting I'm doing a John Wick-a-thon with my mom to go and see it again. Just because I fucking love these movies so much. It's John Wick 4 is the best one. It is the best one.
The fourth one.
Yes. They only get better. Before that, I would say John Wick 3 was the best one. But no, it's 4. It's 4 now. And it's so good. Unironically, the best movie I saw. So go and watch it. Go watch that. Go do a 2 in a row. Go doing a 2 in a row like I did. Go watch John Wick and then go watch the Dungeons and Dragons one. Both good.
I don't know if I'll be doing all of that.
Do it.
Do it. Especially after this Mario movie, man. This Mario movie was not...
No. You need to cleanse your palate, dude. You need to cleanse your palate. For real.
I don't know if I want to... If those are the movies I want to watch to do that. But, you know...
They are. Or Creed 3. Or Creed 3. You can't go wrong with Creed 3 either. Especially if you've seen all the other movies. But
well, I have not.
Well...
You've spent your own time. That is cool. That's totally fine.
I don't know. I recommend it as a palate cleanser. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think we're probably reaching the end of our time here this week. What do you think?
Oh shit. Well, do you feel safer about ChatGPT? Have we talked it through? Can you go to bed at night? Rest easy.
I rest easy every night. I sleep like a fucking baby. Yeah. I sleep fantastic. Don't you even worry about it. Don't you worry your sweet little head about it.
All right.
But yeah. Thank you for listening. If you wanna help support us financially on Patreon, like our lovely patron Justin Connor, thank you for supporting us. If you want to go over to support us, patreon.com/IIHS podcast. For the $3 tier, you get a shout out at the end of every episode during the month you're subscribed. If you want to go in the $5 tier, you can hear these episodes early and ad free, which is pretty cool. You don't have to wait until Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you want to reach out to us on social media, keep up with updates, Q&A, sort of stuff like that, at IIHS Podcast, all one word, on Twitter and Instagram. It's the best place to reach us. Other than that, I've been incredibly influential.
And I've been highly successful.
We actually did it this week. You're welcome. And we'll see you guys next week.